Harry's Wife, Part 77.7, Bama Bummer Blowback. You'll recall, and if you don't, then you'd better go back and listen to it, that in an earlier part of Harry's Wife, I explained that Harry's wife failed to be invited to Barack Obama's recent birthday bash, and that was a Bama Birthday Bummer for her. And I explained what it all meant to her and how she would have reacted at the time. However, the Daily Express reports, in an article by Holly Evans a few days ago, that Harry's wife forced to alter Netflix voiceover plans after Obama birthday snub. Harry's wife was reportedly very keen to sign Michelle Obama to her latest project with Netflix, but is now casting her eye towards chat show host Oprah Winfrey, a commentator claims. Harry's wife's alleged plans of casting former First Lady Michelle Obama in her new animated series have reportedly gone through the pan. One wonders, is that the toilet pan? And which of the 27,000 flushing toilets at the Monty Shit Show mansion is it? After the Sussexes were omitted from the guest list of Barack Obama's birthday party, a royal commentator has claimed that the Duchess is keen to include big voice-over names. Well, I've got a big voice-over, so why don't you recruit me? And I quite readily enjoy myself inserting various comments about you that because you're so stupid you won't pick up on, but the astute listeners will, and they will no doubt chortle, and at least mean that whatever half-cocked, ham-fisted production that you might eventually get your arse around to doing with Netflix would at least be eminently more bearable and entertaining as a consequence of your glorious narrator being involved. A royal commentator has claimed that she's keen to include big voiceover names for her upcoming project and has now turned her attention to the couple's friend and neighbour, Oprah Winfrey. Now, this, of course, is a classic response of a narcissist. You didn't invite me to the birthday party, therefore I'm going to suggest that you're no longer in the running, even if you were to begin with, for my brilliant Netflix project. I can safely say Michelle Obama won't be losing any sleep whatsoever about her supposed exclusion from this role. Indeed, she would more likely be thinking, thank my own personal God that I'm not involved with that clusterfuck of an abomination of a production. It's absolute toilet material. But of course, in the world of Harry's wife, because she had been snubbed by the Obamas, who she suddenly thought were her besties and were going to give her the leverage to become POTUS, they become painted black. And, as a consequence of that, Harry's wife continues to assert control when it comes to the question of this production through Netflix by, first of all, shunning Michelle Obama, which in effect is a silent treatment, and then triangulating her in a malign fashion with Oprah Winfrey. It is akin to three children in the schoolyard, one saying, "You're not my best friend anymore. Oprah's my best friend. Yabu sucks, don't want to have anything to do with you." It is that rudimentary, but what's happening is it's an indirect assertion of control through triangulation with withdrawal by remaining away from Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama probably hasn't even noticed. She probably wasn't even involved to begin with. But of course, the deluded self-entitlement and grandiosity of Harry's wife is that she believes that Michelle Obama would readily lend her voice to such a project, that she believes that because she is the Empress of Woke, that people will be falling over themselves to become involved in her particular project. Whereas, of course, unable to see, blinded by her narcissism, most people will be scrambling to stay well away, because those with any nous have started to realise the toxicity of her behaviour, the hypocrisy of her actions, and the fact that her popularity is waning. I doubt that Oprah Winfrey will sign up to do this either. As a consequence of her extending the height of the fence between her and her neighbours at Monty Shit Show, she will be wanting that patrolled with Rottweilers, searchlights, and AK-47 wielding mercenaries to ensure that Harry's wife is kept away. But This is the response. The article continues from the Express. Royal commentator Neil Shawn claimed what they really hope to do is get big voiceover names. Now, Michelle Obama was one that Harry's wife was very keen to sign up, but that went through the pan when they didn't get an invite to that spectacular 60th birthday for the former president. I'm not saying Michelle's now on the back burner, but let's put it this way. The present hasn't been delivered yet, and I kid you not. Now they're casting their eyes around to see who else they could really connect with. One of the ideas would be their friend for now, loosely speaking, the chat show queen, Oprah Winfrey. Barack Obama celebrated his milestone birthday on August the 4th with a star-studded bash at his property in Martha's Vineyard. Despite the former president scaling back the party due to surging cases of the COVID-19 Delta variant, a number of high-profile figures descended upon the Obama mansions for the summer soiree. Guests included Beyoncé, director Steven Spielberg, John Legend, dragging along Chrissy Teigen, and Alicia Keys. Since relocating to Los Angeles, Prince Harry and his wife have moved in similar social circles to the Obamas and share a friendship with the US chat show host Oprah Winfrey. Michelle Obama also voiced her support for the Duchess after their explosive interview with Oprah, praising her for speaking openly about her mental health. Prince Harry and Harry's wife are currently establishing their non-profit foundation Archwell, which is aimed at tackling issues of female empowerment, gender equality and mental health. It is believed that they have taken inspiration from the Obama Foundation, character trait acquisition, mirroring, which is focused on community leadership and giving opportunities to disadvantaged children. Royal commentators such as Angela Levin have speculated that the invite snub would have been a blow to the Sussexes. And indeed it would have been. It wounded Harry's wife, as I've explained previously, and this is part of the response. She will have complained at the time about the failure to be invited because there had to be an immediate response to that. But now, because Michelle Obama has been painted black, it means that it's leaked again through the PR, through the need to assert control, to suggest, not interested in you, going to cozy up with Oprah instead. Assertion of control by withdrawal through absent silent treatment, and triangulation in a malign method by basically comparing Oprah as against Michelle Obama. In the world of Harry's wife, this allows her to feel a sense of control in the unconscious, while the rest of us continue to amuse ourselves at the desperation that she exhibits, scurrying around, believing that she's anywhere on a par with two such individuals. Of course, in her world, she believes that she is. She believes that she's equal to them, indeed better than them, and that they should do these things for her, that she is a pioneer amongst the woke and wanting to help so many people, and therefore repeatedly will commandeer the reputations and prestige of other individuals and bolt it onto herself as part of her character trait acquisition. As I have explained elsewhere, the tide is turning. Of course, her narcissism will fight against that. We've seen this with the Time magazine cover, which is something I'll be addressing presently. But it's a downward trajectory. There'll be small victories along the way as she fights to assert control through the PR machine, but it is that downward spiral that I've explained in an earlier video. And here is yet another example of the necessity of asserting control, the exhibition of a deluded grandiosity, and the repeated need to pursue those prime aims. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.